Oh, beautiful and splendid. Welcome to another video. Anything that you say about yourself, best believe that what you think, what you say to yourself, you're always right. Is it a good feeling? No, maybe. We're gonna see. I wanna tell you that if you're currently trying to gain certain skill, I don't know if you're currently starting a sales job or if you're preparing for a big presentation or if you're doing just anything that's putting you out of your comfort zone, you really wanna look at your daily self talk. As Henry Ford said, which is a quote I absolutely love, and I'm going to paraphrase it, I think, like, whether you think you can do it or you can't, in both cases, you're right. And anyone that created such a big empire, let's say, and I'm not saying that we want all to create like a huge empires, but we just want to get to our potential, to our ideal self. And using words can be actually such a great tool that will accelerate the whole process and will make it calmer and peaceful. Because what I'm pointing at is not the result, is not that I would pass an exam, really. Like, it's absolutely amazing if you pass an exam that you're supposed to pass. But the thing is that you just come to any situation much calmer and collected, self assured, and people can feel it. Because imagine when you would be a teacher and there would be a student that would come in front of you, all sweaty, nervous, not confident at all. She wouldn't, or he wouldn't, they wouldn't basically look into your eyes. How would you feel about this person making it? Like, you, even though you're a supportive teacher, you yourself would be like, oh my god, all right, I'm gonna try my best to support her, but it's her exam, or it's their exam. On the other hand, I bet that you remember from, I don't know, your high school, there has to be at least that one person that would not study for anything, but somehow they were curious and somehow they had this common sense. And I was always fascinated by these people. They would just listen to a topic, they would go to speak to that teacher for like an exam, and they would just pass it somehow. And I believe that, especially school or anything performance related, it's mostly about how you show up, and the first impression makes almost the whole picture, like 80% of the picture. And therefore, even though you might not know it all, like, who does? It's really about the attitude and about what you assume about yourself. Like, who do you see when you look into a mirror? Like, who are you for yourself? I believe that this is the power of the words. And my story would be very, very similar, because I would be always the one who believed that I'm just, let's say, this shy person, or this person who is not really good at making new connections. And beliefs are made in childhood. So anyone who would be like, I don't know, saying, "Come on, don't be so shy. Come on, join us. You're there sitting alone. Come and stop being shy. Just have fun with us." Just this little, let's say, comment from someone who would mean it well, you could download it in a way that, oh, I'm maybe really a little shy. Okay. And this belief would be downloaded subconscious. But then this would be the start of the, let's say, self fulfilling prophecy. You would be like, all right, maybe I'm really a little shy. And just this assumption about yourself gives out the energy of that says, oh, I'm a little shy. I'm just not that amazing in a social situations. And the people will give that back to you. And it's like a feedback loop. We see that we can do self fulfilling prophecy in the manner that is not really productive, or that is not beneficial for us that much, or that is making our lives not that at ease as we would love to. But we can take this as a incredible tool to flip it around. And just the willingness to surrender, or just the willingness to accept that words have such a great power, can basically brainwash yourself like that. And I love the word stubbornness in here, because you have to be stubborn in this. Like, there's no way there would be no change into someone who, I don't know, have spoken in front of 300 people and I genuinely enjoyed it. Someone who took acting classes, someone who started YouTube video, someone who released her first song, which I would never ever believe that I would do that. Somehow I did it because I knew who I wanted to be. And I'm not there yet. It's very far from the ideal, but I know that I'm already on that path, because I know what words and what words I can use so that my actions are supported by my own words. Like, who else is going to support you if not you? And so I know that there are many people that might not really believe in the little comments like, "Oh, I'm so stupid," or "Oh, I'm so clumsy," and they might not believe that it has the power. But I believe that even these little comments have a certain power. And honestly, it has been, I don't know how many years where I haven't said anything harsh towards myself. And and that is exactly the, let's say, phase of life where I've never felt better and more capable and more daring and more like, let's freaking go, because no one else cares. And I've never felt so supported, even though I'm my own biggest cheerleader, and my friends also, and I really appreciate it. But still, like, on a day-to-day basis, you have to be your best and the biggest cheerleader, what which is ever going to be here. And your spouse is also going to be your best cheerleader. Make sure that that's true. And when I realized it, how I started to, let's say, take track of how I speak to myself, it would be just me being more aware of when I say, "Oh, I always do something, something. Oh, I never. Oh, I usually. Oh, I don't. Or I can't do something. Or I can do something." And I remember that I just written down my self-talk throughout, I don't know, I've been tracking that for like one day. I would just pick up my phone if I realized, of course there's not going to be like 100% successful rate of catching every phrase, but just when I would realize, I would be like, oh shit, I just said something that my ideal self wouldn't say. This is not going to bring me to the favorite version of myself that I want to become. And so I've written that down. And when I would, be finished with the day, I would just look at the list, and every negative thing about myself that I would say, I would just flip it into opposite. For example, if I would say like, "Oh, I'm not sure if I can do this," I would be like, "I'm improving every day and I can do anything that I set my mind to." And I would just create the whole list of positive ones, of the ones that I know that my ideal self would definitely opt for, rather than the negative self-talk. That is how my ideal self would think. I don't know, it was like 10 affirmations. I would just rewrite it with my hands every morning. It would take like 2 minutes, and then you memorize it. Then you literally memorize it, and that's how you download it, literally. Oh, there is a cat. And so if we look at self-talk as not just pure nonsense, I don't know what you're talking about, if you say that words are powerful, if we look at it more like a vote, more like a request, like a command, and I really encourage you to do this, just what I did, and keep rewriting that for, let's say, 1 month, you will just notice. You will notice much more ease in life. And funny enough, you will feel much more peaceful, doing much more courageous things by just speaking towards yourself a different way than if you would be full of self doubt, doing very safe actions, and you would still be frightened as hell. Because I know how it feels, and it honestly is feels like mental prison. You just want to do so much, but you don't know how to escape this. And so this was one of the first steps that really helped me to escape this, let's say, mental block, mental spiral that went downwards. And the beginning will feel weird. It felt super weird to me, honestly. But oh my god, I can't stress enough how much worth it is just to feel embarrassed in the first, let's say, 14 days, because it felt embarrassing. Like, why should I listen to, I don't know, like affirmations? It feels like I'm weak. It feels like I can't help myself. But you're actually, by doing the affirmations, you are helping yourself, and helping yourself and helping in general is such a sign of courageous mind, of courageous just attitude towards life, of courage, basically. And so, oh my god, hello. I have no food here. And so, this is basically everything that I have for you today. I hope that this video will be recorded properly, because I'm recording it for the second time. The first attempt was without audio, so we will see. And hopefully, we will hear as well. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you would like to speak to me, to maybe develop any of your ideas or to have any more questions, you can either comment down below this video. I would love to connect with you. Or you can just send me a message either on, maybe you can also send messages on YouTube as well. I don't know. I think you can. You can try it. We can try it. Or on Instagram, on the page Dare District, or you can join our community that's free on School, called Dare District. So thank you so much for being here. I'll try to say bye in the usual way as I do, if I will be able to. We'll see. Oh, I mean, I have to just take this phone anyway, right? So bye.